Sure, my name is Danai Gurira, and I play Michelle. Well, I think the show because it comes from a very popular comic book, and it's such an original, interesting comic book. And then the show brought them to life, but it brought it to life in a way that just generates such amazing suspense, because you just never know how it's going to cohere with the book or not, and that type of idea of how it's going to play out from what they know from a very vivid graphic novel, I think really just propels a great sort of interest. And also, I think the way that they've crafted the TV show and the comic book really can invite so many different types of people in, because people of so many ages love this show, like from my father's age going down. And I think it's because there's something so amazing about how it really embodies the idea of who would you be if the world shut down, because you're not going to be who you are today. And that type of thing actually makes the zombies kind of secondary to the sort of study of the human psyche, and I think that that's always really compelling. I always want, like, who would I be if the apocalypse happened? And I actually was doing a lot of research at one point for a play I was writing about women in war, and I researched women who became really formidable rebel fighters during the war in Liberia, which only ended in 2003, a decade ago, very recently. And they became so formidable from being very sweet, demure girls, and then facing the hostility of the world they faced with absolutely no protections. They became someone very different. So I actually think that in terms of who I'd become, I always used to think I'll probably become one of those chicks, because it's really about power, and like either you empower yourself or you really kind of get railroaded as a woman in a war zone. So I kind of think that in my mentality is I would figure out how to be kind of formidable. I don't know how. I hope it could be as the way she does it, because she ain't scared of nobody, and I mean that's a pretty impressive asset.